Hello, welcome to the Kitchen Spy. My name is Kate and here's another recipe video, and this time this is one that's been requested quite a few times when I've done it on Meals of the Week or I've put it on my Instagram page or whatever, and this is cheesy topped fish. It's not got a very good title because it's just something I made up for myself, so forgive that. It is actually a really tasty dish and really simple, and I'm using cod here, but you could use pretty much whatever fish you like, and I think this would also work on chicken and maybe even pork chops or something like that. Anyway, let's have a look at what we need to make the recipe. Okay, so yeah, fair number of ingredients here, but I've also included the ingredients I'm going to be using for the side. So what I've got here, this is for 2 people actually, but the fish is so low in calories you might as well have a really good piece. So I've got 2 lots of cod loins here from Asda. Then I've got some Parmesan cheese, and this is only about, well, I think it weighed in at 26 grams of Parmesan cheese using the fine grater. Then I've got 1 teaspoon of garlic granules, but you could absolutely use fresh garlic if you want to, but I invented this recipe because I needed something quick and easy, and that's why I use garlic granules, and it is easy, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Then I've got 1 tablespoon of corn flour, and that's going to be used for thickening the parsley sauce that I'm going to make. And then here I've just got some fresh parsley. Now when I first made this recipe I did actually use dried parsley and it works absolutely fine, and if you haven't got parsley at all then mixed herbs. And here I'm serving this with tender stem broccoli, so you can see that here. It looks like little trees, I would think, oh, little minds. And then some asparagus as well, which I absolutely adore and use it quite a lot, as you'll know. And then I've just got some baby nude potatoes, which for this recipe I'm just going to simply boil. And then I use white pepper in the sauce. So when I'm making white sauces I always use white pepper. I think the flavour is sharper, more piquant, but also you don't get the flecks through the sauce. Then 200 grams of milk, and I'm using the skimmed Alpro milk, and then just sea salt. So yeah, those are the ingredients we need to make the recipe. And then over at the stove top, so as you can see here, I've just got a small milk saucepan into which I'm putting some milk, small milk. I'm just putting the 200 mils of milk into the saucepan, and all I'm just going to do here is make a really simple white sauce. So it's not a roux sauce, so I'm not using butter in this at all. I'm just using corn flour. So the first thing I'm going to do is just slake the corn flour with a small amount of the milk. And this just makes sure that what we're adding to the vast majority of the liquid is a smooth paste. And that just means that we don't get any lumps in the finished sauce, or that it's difficult to actually stir them out. So this just makes it really easy. Just this little step right at the beginning just makes the smooth sauce. So once we've done that, we just need to bubble that and stir it away. And as you can see here in the background, I've got my sides, which are new potatoes, which I've just chopped up, and some vegetables, which I'll steam on top of those. But because the potatoes take longer, I'll move the vegetables to one side just to begin with. So yeah, I'm just stirring this sauce until it starts to thicken a little bit, and I think this is just such a versatile sauce. You could absolutely use this to use on pasta or whatever. It is a really versatile sauce. So what I'm adding into there is quite a lot of white pepper because we like the flavour that the pepper gives, but you can either miss that out altogether or just put a smaller amount in. And then I'm just giving it a really good season with salt, and again stirring everything through just to make sure that it's all together. And then I'm adding the garlic granules. Now, as I've said, some people don't like the taste of garlic granules, and you could either miss garlic out altogether or you could use some crushed garlic. But what I like about this is it just makes the sauce really smooth. So we want to make sure that the sauce is thick, because what we're actually doing with this sauce is coating the top of the fish. So we're not actually cooking the fish in the sauce, we just want to coat it. So we want it to be a nice thick sauce. So I'm adding the fresh parsley, and as you can see here, I've just chopped that quite finely. And like I said earlier, if you haven't got fresh parsley, you absolutely could use dried parsley, or any herbs that you wanted to put in here would be absolutely fine. And if you're not really a herby kind of person, you could leave it as a really just plain white sauce. And we're going to put cheese on at the end, but you could actually put some cheese sauce into this if you wanted to. So as you can see, I've bubbled that away until it's a really nice thick sauce that would actually coat the fish and stand up quite nicely on its own, really. I mean, normally if I was serving this as a sauce to cover something or on the side of something, I would make this much thinner, but we're looking for really quite a thick consistency here, and we're just about getting to the point now where I think that's going to be okay to cover the fish. So here we've got the fish in an oven-proof dish, so just laid out flat, all in one layer, and then we're just going to cover this with the sauce. So we don't need the whole of the dish, the oven-proof dish, to be covered in the sauce. Just make sure that you're covering the top of the fish, and this is enough sauce for 4 pieces of fish. And you can obviously spread it out a bit more if you want to, but this is just right for 4 pieces of fish. So you can see that it's actually quite good at coating the fish, because we made sure that it was actually nice and thick. And then once this has been coated, we're going to pop this into an oven, and I have preheated my fan oven to 180 degrees C, and I will put down below what that is in conversions for gas ovens, and obviously Fahrenheit as well. So yeah, it's worth taking your time over doing this properly, because the whole point of this dish is that the fish is covered in this sauce. So it's the parsley sauce, and then obviously that gets covered with cheese as well. So it's worth taking some time to make sure that none of the fish is poking out of the sides, because obviously we might either burn the fish, or we just have some fish without any flavoured sauce on it. But yeah, as I said, this dish came out of adversity, really. I didn't know what to do one night for dinner, and I just did this as a kind of experiment, and it worked really well. So we eat it all the time now. So then I've got the Parmesan cheese. So this, as I said, I think it weighed in at about 26 grams, and that is absolutely plenty for this. I think if you use the small side of the grater, then you actually get quite a lot of cheese to sprinkle over the top. And that's just what I'm doing here, and I'm just making sure that I'm evenly coating all of the fish, and that I'm getting right into the corners so that everything is covered, because the fish is really getting most of its flavour from this cheese, and that's why I think it's important to use full fat cheese on this, and also something strong with a strong lovely flavour like Parmesan. And then whenever I'm doing anything that's got cheese on top of it, I always give a sprinkling of either cayenne pepper or paprika, and in this instance I'm sprinkling on some cayenne pepper, and we like stuff spicy, so that's fine for us. And that's now going in the oven until the fish is cooked and the top is brown. And that can take about 20 minutes or half an hour. And here it is out of the oven. You can see that it is cooked all the way through, and there's quite a lot of juice around the side, and it's still bubbling, and you can see my vegetables are bubbling and ready to go. So I'm just going to serve this up now, and I'll let you see what it looks like all served up. Here it is then. So we've got 2 pieces of fish each. I had the 2 smaller pieces, and this whole plate of food is 571 calories, with quite a lot of potatoes and vegetables, as you can see. You don't really need anything on your potatoes, because the fish is quite juicy and the sauce is still there. And obviously you've got the cheesy flavour as well, but you could add a knob of butter if you wanted to, or in fact make an extra bit of sauce to pop over the veg, but I think it's okay. So the fish itself, both of those pieces together came to 351 calories, and like I said, altogether that's 571 calories. It's a really quick, really good, tasty meal and just so easy to make. And honestly, this for a weeknight dinner makes you feel like you're eating something really special, but actually it's really easy to do. And I think, like I said earlier, I think you could use this kind of principle and maybe vary the flavors up or down with the types of herbs or spices that you use for chicken or for pork as well, and pretty much any type of fish too. Anyway, well, I hope you've enjoyed that video. Quite a few of you have asked to see it, so I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope that this video has found you safe and well. And as always, I just want to thank you all for your marvellous support that I get from you guys. And if you are already a subscriber, thanks for that. And if you're not, then a subscribe button will be popping up soon. And if you could click the subscribe button and join our Kitchen Spy family, that would be brilliant. And also make sure you click the notification button, and then you'll get to hear when I post my new videos. And they are generally on Wednesday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. So on Wednesdays it's usually meals of the week, Friday it's usually a shopping haul and a recipe on Sunday, and my meals of the week and my shopping hauls usually have some extra bits on as well, either Welsh countryside or something about the greenhouse or whatever, just something a little extra. Anyway, so thanks very much for watching, really appreciate your support. I hope to see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.